Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, everyone, to our live today, where we are going to talk about all things super speed. And in this session, we're going to talk all about super speed 1000 reading. I am joined here by Tammy Kirk and Kyla. Would you ladies like to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. I'm Tammy Kirk. I teach chemistry in the state of Texas.
And I'm Kyla Tesmer. I am Gold Certified third grade teacher in North Carolina.
Awesome. And everyone, I am Krystal Long, and I'm an executive board member for Whole Brain Teaching, and I teach here in Mississippi. So we are going to send Tammy back to the backstage, and she's going to be manning our chat on Facebook. So see you in a little bit, Tammy.
All right. Bye.
All right, Kyla, you ready for this?
Let's do it.
I love Super Speed. It's one of my absolute favorite games that you can put into your classroom. And I've used Super Speed all the way from second grade all the way to sixth grade because it's really one of those manageable kind of games that you can play with your students that they are excited to be able to play. And guess what, Kyla? All they're doing is practicing high frequency words. I mean, give that back to me, Kyla. How cool is that?
So it's so cool that super speed reading is they're just practicing those high frequency words that you can do it from second grade all the way up to sixth grade.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with just our kind of overview of the different super speed programs that there are out there. So we have the electronic version of Super Speed 1000, Super Speed Grammar, which is all about putting grammar and making sentences with those high frequency words. We have Super Speed 100, which is that lower kindergarten, first grade range. And then we also have Super Speed Rhymes, and that's where we're teaching kids about rhyming. So Kyla, what do we have here?
We have a plethora of reading resources. We have the electronic Super Speed 1000. There's a grammar, Super Speed 100. And then the last one, the rhymes.
Yes, and all of those are electronic, and they have some really amazing graphics that just captivate your kids, and they just get excited to see this. And then we also have electronic resources. I'm sorry, excuse me. Tell me I'm still cool.
Cool.
We have the paper copies of Super Speed 100, Super Speed 1000, and Letters and Phonics. So those are really good to keep in your back pocket. I personally use both the electronic Super Speed 1000 and I use the paper copy because they marry so well together. Kyla, have you used any of the Super Speed games yet, or do you want to use anything?
I'm excited to use the super speed reading. I've done math, which I know we're going to talk about tomorrow, but I'm excited to kind of see how the reading is going to go. So I haven't used it yet. I'm excited.
Yay. So we're even teaching you a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you are going to get a lot out of this as well. So let's get on to the show. So mirror my gestures, please, Kyla. Super speed is a quick time practice. You can choose electronic or you can choose paper. It's adaptable to any learner, and it's fun and motivating. All right, give me some overview here.
All right, so it is a quick timed practice. It can be electronic or paper. It's adaptable to all of our learners, and it's fun and motivating.
Yes, you've got it. Mere words.
Mere words.
I can use this.
I can use this.
In whole group.
In whole group.
In partners.
In partners.
One-on-one.
One-on-one.
Tutoring.
Tutoring.
And homework.
And homework.
Whole group.
Whole group.
Partners.
Partners.
One-on-one.
One-on-one.
Tutoring.
Tutoring.
And homework.
And homework.
Mirrors off.
Mirrors off.
All right, teach your camera, everybody. How can you use this in your classroom? Teach.
Okay. So I can use super speed reading as a whole group, in partners, one-on-one, tutoring, and even as homework. So whole
Class.
Group. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so not only can we use it in different modalities, we have different kinds that we can use, either electronic or paper. We can also motivate our students, which is one of our biggest challenges, is to keep our students motivated by incorporating super improvers. Oh, Kyla, how excited are you that we're going to motivate them with super improver stars?
Listen, kids will do anything for super improver stars. So the fact that we can add academics for those stars, it's amazing.
Yes, love it. All right, so as I said before, we can use those electronic versions, and those are simple. All you're going to do is download the file, and then you're going to pull up the slides. You're going to hit the play button on those slides, and you're going to use your arrow button to slowly go through those. You're going to do a 1-minute timing, and your students are going to race as fast as they can. Then you're going to go back, Kyla. You're going to start that same spot. 1-minute timing again, and they're going to race as fast as they can, trying to beat the first record. Okay, that sounds fun, right, Kyla?
Sounds way fun.
All right, so we can start it off with the electronic version, or if we're doing the paper copies, Kyla, mere words.
Mere words.
If I'm doing a paper copy,
If I'm doing a paper copy,
I'm going to print packets.
I'm going to print packets.
So I don't have to worry about additional materials.
So I don't have to worry about additional materials.
I'm going to keep those paper copies
I'm going to keep those paper copies
in folders for students.
in folders for students.
And I might make a couple extra
Might make a couple extra
because they're going to lose them too.
because they'll probably lose them.
No matter how organized you are,
No matter how organized you are,
someone's going to lose one.
someone's going to lose one.
Mirrors off.
Mirrors off.
All right, Kyla, teach us how we're going to print these, where we're going to keep them, and what we might want to do just in case. Teach.
Okay. So we're going to print packets so that they can put them in a folder. So that's all in one spot. But we're also going to print a couple extra to keep on hand for those that might get lost. We can just hand it right to them and they have it to start over.
Boom, shakalaka, class.
Boom, shakalaka. Yes.
Thanks, Kyla. That was awesome. So we're going to start on Super Speed 100, and this is that lower area. That could be your pre-K and your kindergarten, even first grade. And the Super Speed 100 is the first 100 high frequency sight words, and they're going to be able to practice those repetitiously through this part of it. Class, class, class.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mere words.
Mere words.
All students
All students
start on level 1.
start on level 1.
Level number 1
Level number 1
is for the word the.
is for the word the.
Level 1 is for the.
Level 1 is for the.
Level 2
Level 2
is for the and to.
is for the and to.
Level 3
Level 3
is for the, to, and.
is for the, to, and.
Mirrors off.
Mirrors off.
All right, so go ahead and teach us those first 3 levels, Kyla. Teach.
Okay, so the first level is for the word the. Second level is the and to. And then our third level is the, to, and.
Class, class.
Yes, yes.
Awesome job, Kyla. So these are our first 3 levels. And the way that we're going to start is you're going to split your kids into groups of 2 so they have a partner. The way that you want to think about this is to pair a stronger student with one who is not as academically strong. And we're going to pair them together so that the one who's strong can be the one that also helps the one who might be a little more academically weak. We're going to tell them, all right, we're going to play Super Speed. Oh my gosh, you're so excited. This is such a great game. When I say go, one person reads the first word, and then the other person reads the second word. And you're going to go back and forth, taking turns for 1 minute. Ooh, 1 minute. If your partner doesn't know the words, then guess what? They're going to help you, okay? You're going to help them. And this is called helpsies. And when we use helpsies, it helps the other person be able to understand what the word is. All right, Kyla, give back to me what we're going to do, how we're going to get this all set up.
Okay, thank you, Krystal. So we're going to put students into pairs, and we're going to explain to them that we're going to play this game for 1 minute. And the first partner is going to say the first word The second partner is going to say the second word, and they're going to go back and forth. You're going to try to partner them with a little bit of a higher reader, with a little bit more of a struggling reader, so that they can do a helpsies and they can help that person when they come to a word that they don't know.
Yeah, 10-finger woo to
Thank
you.
you.
All right, so we're going to start the timer. We've got 1 minute. Start that timer, okay? They're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then you're going to start that timer again. They're going to mark their spot where they ended, and then they're going to go back to where they started. And they're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth again for 1 minute. Now, when they beat that score, or if they beat that score, now wherever they ended, whatever line or level they ended is going to be where they're going to start the next time. All right, give that back to me, Kyla.
Okay, so as the students go, you're going to go do our 1 minute timer. They're going to go back and forth, and they will make a mark at where they end. Then they go back to the very start again. You set a 1 minute timer. They go back and forth. They make their mark. If they improve the second time, that line is where they will start the next day or the next time you play the game.
You've got it. Let me coach you up just a little bit. That level from that line is where they're going to start. So
Okay.
For example, Kyla, if they started on level 1 and they read all the way to level 3, the last word in level 3, they're going to start on level 3 the next time that they play. Got it?
Got it.
Awesome. All right. So this is just the very simple entranceway, and the students will probably be on the same page using the same copy. You can do 2 copies, but it is just easy for the students to point at the word, say the word, point at the word. Now, when we get to Super Speed 1000, rub those hands together and say, I can't wait to play Super Speed 1000.
Ooh, I can't wait to play Super Speed 1000.
It's just like Super Speed 100, but with a little bitty twist. So with Super Speed 1000, as you can see here in this graphic, we now have the 1000 high frequency words in the English language. And you notice now instead of levels, we just have the lines. So what are the first 3 words that you see in line number 1 there, Kyla?
Well, I see the, to, and.
Oh, wait, what? That was the same words in level 1, 2, and 3. Oh, yeah, you got it, girl. So we're using the same high frequency words, but this is for those older kids who already have those 100 those 100 high frequency words already in the bank. So again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get them excited and we're going to say, oh, I can't wait to play Super Speed 1000. All right. You're partnering them up again, same way we did before, and they're trying to beat their score the same way that they did before. You're going to set a 1 minute timer. They're going to go back and forth, and when they stop after that minute, they're going to make a mark. All right, give that back to me, Kyla.
Okay, so it's just like Super Speed 100. You're going to partner them up. They're going to go back and forth each word after you start the 1 minute timer. They'll make a little mark where they end.
You've got it. Now, when they go back to set that timer again, they're going to go back to where they began. They're going to do the same thing, back and forth, trying to beat their previous record. But this time, instead of starting on the line where they ended, they're going to start the next time on the next lowest line. For example, Kyla, if we started on line number 1 and we beat our score, we're going to start on line number 2 the next time. All right, mirror words.
Mirror words.
When students beat their score in Super Speed 1000.
Beat their score in Super Speed 1000.
If they started on line 1.
If they started on line 1.
Now they're going to start on line 2.
Now they'll start on line 2.
If they start on line 2.
If they start on line 2.
Now they're going to start on line 3.
Now they'll start on line 3.
Mirrors off.
Mirrors off.
Pretty easy there, right, Kyla?
Got it.
Okay, Kyla, can you do me a favor and look on this page? And I want you to go down to line 6. Do you see anything on line 6 that is a little bit different?
I see a really silly word there.
Right? Okay, so this is a nonsense word. This is a word that our students are trying to use decoding strategies and previous knowledge of words, and they're going to use that to say this word. So this word would be said sploots. All right, what's that word going to be, Kyla?
It's sploots.
Yep, you've got it. Now, as they're reading, when they come to one of these nonsense words, Kyla, what they're going to do is they're going to say it loudly so that everyone in the class knows how far they've gotten in their reading. Mere words.
Mere words.
When you see a nonsense word,
When you see a nonsense word,
a zinger.
a zinger.
Our partners are going to yell out that word
Our partners are going to yell out that word
because they're excited to get there.
because they're excited to get there.
And they want everyone else in class
And they want everyone else in class
to know they did.
to know they did.
Aw, yeah, mirrors off.
Oh, yeah, mirrors off.
You got it. All right. So this is super speed 100 and super speed 1000. I think I'm going to try to test you a little bit here, Kyla.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Do you think you can handle it?
I'm going to try.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to slide 5 and I want you to give me a breakdown of super speed 100. And then I'm going to slide on to slide number 6 and I'm going to have you do a quick little short on super speed 1000. You up for it, girl?
I think I can do this.
All right, I'm going to give you 30 seconds on your mark. Get set, go.
Okay, so super speed 100, you are going to partner up your kids. They are going to start at level 1. They will go back and forth reading those words as you set a 1-minute timer. Then wherever they stop, they put a mark. You set another 1-minute timer. They go back to the very beginning. They do it again, taking turns each word. If they beat their score, they will start on the first line of the level. Is that right? That's the part that gets me confused.
Yep, you got it. You
Okay.
got it. All right, here we go. You've got 15 seconds. Go.
Ooh, okay. Super Speed 1000 is going to be played the same way. Partner the kids, taking turns. They're going to have those nonsense words that they're going to want to shout out so everyone knows where they're at. When their 1-minute timer's up, they mark it.
Class.
Yes, yes.
Girl, you did so good. Oh my gosh, you did so good. Woof. All right, give yourself some love. I want you to give you a 10-finger woo to you.
Ew.
Yes. All right, so now we're going to go back and I'm going to describe Super Speed 1000, the electronic version, a little bit more to you. Mere words.
Mere words.
Pull up the slides.
Pull up the slides.
Start on the first high frequency word.
Start on the first high frequency word.
Set a timer
Set a timer
for 1 minute.
for 1 minute.
Use your arrow
Use your arrow
as the teacher to go through the slides.
as a teacher to go through the slides.
Students in unison
Students in unison
will say the word out loud.
will say the word out loud.
Keep going for 1 minute.
Keep going for 1 minute.
Stop that timer.
Stop the timer.
Make a note of where they ended
Make a note of where they ended
and go back and do it again.
and go back and do it again.
Teach.
Okay, so you pull up your slide. You start with the first high frequency word. Set your timer for 1 minute. Use your arrow key to go through the words as the students say in unison each word. Once you get to the end of your 1 minute, you mark where they stopped. Go back to that first high frequency word. Set your timer again and see if they can beat it.
You've got it. Now, I will tell you, Kyla, hands and eyes, this is really. They're in unison. I'm not going on those slides. I might even hit the back arrow a couple of times to make them sound like one voice. And I might coach them along and say, oh, that didn't sound like one voice. Let's try that again, guys. Boom, boom, boom. And they're going to have to start back. Now, what this does, Kyla, is this helps them work as a team. This also helps those who maybe didn't know what that word was, see it and hear it again. All right, Kyla, tell me, what's that little sneaky thing that I like to do?
I like that sneaky thing where you make sure that those kids are saying it in unison. And if they don't, you might go back a few, have them all say it, really coach them on saying it all together. So those kids that maybe don't know that word can see it and hear it.
You've got it. Now, here's what happens. If they beat their time, they're going to start 5 words from where they started. So if we started on the word the and ended on the word 20, we're going to start 5 slides over from where we started. And that's going to be the new one that we start on the next time that we play. All right, give that back to me, Kyla.
Okay, so on this one, when they beat their score, they're going to go 5 words from where they started.
And what this does, Kyla, is it helps them still have that repetitious practice. And each of the slides are a different color background for each level that they are in. Now, once they've mastered a level, I'll go on to the next slide color. And it kind of helps keep the game exciting. Now, for our newer readers, I might make copies of those first 5 to 10 words. Okay, Kyla? And I'm going to do that so that they get the repetitious practice, almost like the levels in Super Speed 100. So what's that other tip that I like to do?
So with electronic, with the lower level kids, we like to make those copies of the first 5 or 10 words to get the repetition going for those early readers.
You've got it. Yes. Okay. Now, I also want to say that there are parts in here that also have these dynamic slides. And again, it's those zingers or those exciters that get kids really excited. So when you're going through those words, every 10 words is going to be a highlighted, exciting word. And those kids, when they go to read this word, sorry, didn't mean to do that. They are going to get so pumped and so excited that they're going to have, a super excited one fist pump up in the air and say that word as excited as they can. All right, what are we going to do here, Kyla, when we get to that exciter?
Okay, so when we get to the exciter, those kids are going to use their decoding skills. They're going to punch their fist in the air and they're going to say that word.
Yes, awesome. All right, everyone. So we have gotten to the end of this. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take some questions. So Kyla, do you see any questions that really you want to highlight? Ooh, I found one.
Okay.
All right. So Melissa, she says, can you model what taking turns and where to start the next round looks like? I feel like I always do the electronic versions because I mess up the directions. Okay, you ready, Kyla? We're going to go back and we're going to do this. I wonder if I can. Okay, can you see the words here?
The first few, I think you have to undo Melissa.
Yep.
There you go.
All right, so I'm going to start. We're going to set a timer. We're going to set a pretend timer, okay? And we are going to play the game for 15 seconds, all right? Now, I'm going to set a timer for 15 seconds. And the reason that you want to do this is I'm only going to do 15 because I don't want everyone to have to sit here and listen to us read the first, so many. So I'm going to start. Is that okay with you?
Sounds good.
All right. So this time I'm going to start, and I'm going to start with the word the. On your mark, get set, go. The.
2.
And.
He.
I.
A.
I. You.
It.
Of.
In.
Was.
Said.
His.
That.
And we're going to stop there. So next time we are trying to get to the word that. Now, you get to start this time, and we're going to do it maybe just a little bit faster. Now, notice I made a mistake and I said the word I instead of a, and you corrected me as a helpsies. And then I went back and I said that word again. All right, Melissa, this is where it gets fun. We're going to start this again, but this time my partner's going to do it. Are you ready, Kyla?
Ready.
All right, on your mark, get set, go.
The.
2.
And.
He.
A.
I.
You.
It.
Of.
In.
Was.
Said.
His.
That.
She.
4.
On.
And stop. So we made it past the one that we did before. So the next time that we start, I'm going to put a little star, have my students put a little star on line number 2 in pencil so that they can go back and they can erase that when they move on. And now instead of starting on line number 1 next time, Kyla, we're going to start on what line?
We're going to start on line 2.
Awesome. All right, Melissa, did that help with what we explained to you, drop me either a comment or a thumbs up or a heart, and that will be very helpful for us to know if we answered your question. So let's see. Let's go back through. Do you see anything else? Oh, let's bring Tammy back. Tammy, do you see any burning questions that you know, we might want to answer?
Hey, I'm back.
Hey.
Yes, so Mary Hunt just asked a great question. I don't know if you can highlight that one towards the bottom. It says, I came a little late. Can you start electronically and do the super speed 1000, then switch to partners with the packets?
Absolutely.
Does each child have their own packet for the words?
Great questions, Mary. Hi, Mary. I love when you come on to these. So yes, Mary, you can start with just the electronic and then go into partners. What I liked to do, because I'm going to marry this in with super improvers, I like to do it where we practiced electronically all throughout the week and then made either Thursday or Friday, the day that we did our paper copy tests. And then when our students moved on to a new level, they got a star on their star card. So that kind of helped bring in that super improver tie-in. So Kyla, give me that back.
So it sounds like what you like to do is start with the electronic during the week and practice all the way through, and then use that paper copy at the end of the week to then also earn a super improver star if they improve themselves.
Absolutely. And then, yes, I like to give each child their own packets. And like I said before, I make extra packets. And we keep these inside of a super speed folder, and I'll have a reading on one side. And then I'm going to have the math on the other side. So Tammy, how is it that I like to keep those organized?
So you have a folder that you keep in the classroom, and it's called your super speed folder, because on one side you have the reading and on the other side you have the math.
Absolutely. And then I will even have groups collect those folders and put them into one of those folder organizers so that they are not somewhere where they're going to get lost. So that helps me stay organized as well. All right. Well, it looks like we've answered most of the questions. Do you see anything else, Tammy?
Just the most recent question is that people are really excited. They all jump into the math because they feel like that's a little easier to do. And so you have really helped them gain that confidence to do the reading this year.
Awesome. I'm so happy you all were able to jump in. And Kyla and Tammy, thank you so much for being here with us today and helping present. 10 finger woo to both of you. All right. And if you all have any questions and you're watching this on replay, please just put them into the comments as you're watching, and then we'll be able to answer those questions for you as well. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.